Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a coin that many people see every day but don't realize could be worth much more than just 1 cent. That's right, we're diving into the 2017 Lincoln cent from the United States. This little penny looks normal at first glance, but it's actually special, and in some cases, very valuable. So make sure to watch till the end because we'll go over some rare errors that could make your 2017 penny worth real money. Let's start with a little bit of history. The Lincoln cent, also called the Lincoln penny, has been around since 1909. That's when it was first made to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Before that, pennies had different designs, but in 1909, they decided to put Lincoln's portrait on the front. It was a big deal because he was the first actual person to be on a US coin. Now, fast forward to 2017. That year, something happened for the first time ever in the history of the Lincoln penny. The United States Mint added a small letter, P, on the coin. That letter stands for Philadelphia, the city where the coin was made. You might be thinking, so what? It's just a letter. But here's the thing. For over 100 years, pennies made in Philadelphia didn't have any mint mark at all. So when the 2017 penny came out with a P on it, it was a surprise for collectors. This special P mint mark was added to celebrate the 225th anniversary of the Philadelphia Mint. It was a one-year-only thing. That means only the pennies made in 2017 from that mint have the P mark. After that, they went back to making pennies without it. So even though millions of these pennies were made, the 2017 Lincoln cent is a first-of-its-kind coin, which makes it special to collectors. Okay, so let's talk about the design. On the front side of the coin, called the obverse, you'll see the face of Abraham Lincoln. Above his head are the words, "In God We Trust." To the left of Lincoln, it says, "Liberty," and to the right, it has the year, 2017, and that little P mint mark. On the back side, called the reverse, there's a picture of the Lincoln Memorial. It also says, United States of America, at the top, E pluribus unum, in the middle, and 1 cent at the bottom. Now, let's get into the fun part, the value. Most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, especially if they've been used and show signs of wear. But some uncirculated 2017 pennies, the ones that were never used and still look shiny and perfect, can sell for more. If the coin is in mint condition, collectors might pay anywhere from $1 to several dollars for it. One coin in super high grade, called MS-68, even sold for $4,500. That's a big deal for a penny. But those high prices usually only happen when the coin is in perfect shape or has something extra special about it, like a rare error. Now, let's talk about errors. Coin errors happen when something goes wrong while the coin is being made. These mistakes can make a coin rare and sometimes very valuable. The first kind of error to look for is called a double die. This happens when the coin is struck more than once but slightly off, making some of the letters or numbers look like they're doubled. You'll usually notice this around the words, "Liberty" or, "In God We Trust." If you find a double die on a 2017 penny, you could be holding onto something worth much more than 1 cent. Another error is called a broad strike. This means the coin wasn't held in place properly when it was made, so it spreads out wider than normal and looks a bit strange around the edges. Broad strikes are fairly rare and can also bring in more money from collectors. One more error to look out for is called a die clash. This happens when the two parts of the machine that press the coin together hit each other without a blank coin in between. This causes some of the design from one side to show up on the other side. It creates a ghost-like image, and collectors really like these. There's also the floating head error, where Lincoln's neck doesn't show up clearly because of a polishing mistake. This makes it look like his head is floating in the air. It sounds funny, but collectors love these types of oddities. Another cool error is called a strike-through. This happens when something like grease or dirt gets stuck on the coin-making machine. It causes parts of the design to be missing or look smudged. These errors can be easy to miss if you're not paying attention, but they're valuable to the right buyer. You can also find off-center strikes. This means the coin was not lined up correctly, and part of the design is missing or off to the side. The more off-center it is, the more valuable it can be. But if it's only slightly off, it may not be worth much. Some 2017 P pennies have repunched mint marks. This happens when the P was stamped more than once but not in the same exact spot, making it look blurry or doubled. This is another rare find that collectors are willing to pay for. And finally, there are die breaks or cuds. These happen when part of the coin die breaks off and leaves a raised bump or missing area on the coin. These look like blobs of metal, usually around the edge of the coin, and they're fun to find and collect. If you want to check your 2017 P pennies for these errors, all you need is a magnifying glass or a coin microscope. Look closely at the letters, numbers, edges, and design. Compare them to pictures online if you're not sure. You can also take your coins to a local coin dealer or send them to be graded by a company like PCGS or NGC. So, to sum it all up, the 2017 P Lincoln cent may look like just another penny, but it has a unique place in U.S. history. It was the first and only time a P mint mark was added to a Lincoln penny. That alone makes it interesting. But when you add in the possibility of rare errors and mint condition finds, you could be looking at a coin worth much more than you think. So next time you get change back from a store, don't just toss it in a jar. Take a closer look at your pennies. Who knows? You might just have a hidden treasure in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and stories. See you in the next video.